What if the man you met in college wasn't who you thought he was? A charming stranger on Tinder, promising the world, and then vanishing with everything you own. This is not fiction. This is the Tinder Swindler. Simone Fanzato, a Swedish heiress, fell in love with an enigmatic man named Simon Leviev, tall, carefree, charismatic. He told Simone he needed just nigh $500 for a legal emergency in Greece. She trusted him and paid. But then his story changed. Another crisis, another loan. Now, $20,000, and when she asked for proof, photos of a luxury life appeared, a jet-setting existence, restaurants, resorts, designer, everything. Later, disbelief set in. Simon vanished. No calls, no apologies. Simone was $20,000 in debt. The man who'd promised her the world was gone. Soon, more victims emerged, like Cecilia, who sold her mother's house to help him, and Pernilla, pregnant at the time, loaned him $40,000, only to be left penniless. All had one thing in common. Simon, a.k.a. the Prince of Tinder. He claimed to be a rich jet-setter, smooth-talking, impossible to resist. But it wasn't all romance and glam. He was a con artist, moving between victims, creating new identities, using stolen passports, fake legal documents, and emotional manipulation. He even convinced one woman to wire him money from her savings. "Trust me," he'd say, and she did, until she didn't. When the women discovered each other, they realized they shared the same story. They banded together, formed a support group, exposed him on social media, and eventually filed criminal charges. Israeli police tracked him to Greece, where he was arrested in 2019, charged with theft, fraud, forgery, and impersonation. In 2022, he was convicted, sentenced to 15 months in prison, plus 7 years probation. He appealed, claimed he was innocent and just a flirt. But victims still owe millions in emotional damage and stolen dreams. Today, Simone and the others are rebuilding, their voices louder than the scammers. They warn others to trust less, verify more, and remember, romance isn't always real. So next time a stranger on Tinder calls you love, ask yourself, is this romance or a con? Subscribe for more real stories, whispered so you can listen in the dark.